Balanced Goddess Boss Babe unit on Speak Your Vision. This is a super important unit, and this is where you want to start. You will keep coming back to this because this one can also be challenging because it's all about what's going on in your mind and how to get your vision, your mission, and what you really want to speak out into the world in the form of your business. So, I want to start with what it is that everyone seems to do, and I am guilty of it as myself. When you first get the idea that you're starting your own business, the first thing everyone runs out and does is they create a website and they make a business name. And I am going to stop you right there and I'm going to tell you don't do it. Resist the urge because you may change your mind of the whole website design, the website name. You might decide that you want to go with a different name for your business. The only circumstance where that would be different is if you already have the business name, you already have your website, then just let it be and move on to creating your vision. So we want to know where we're going. We really need to know that destination because how you set up your business now, it needs to be set up now for where you want it to go. If you do not do this, you will find yourself having to keep redoing your business over and over. And I say that from experience, from lessons learned, and seeing the correct way to do it versus seeing the trying to DIY and skip processes because I didn't want to put in all the effort into that work. I just wanted to get my business up and going. I wanted to get it going fast. And then once I realized what I was doing was a hobby and not a business, I realized I had done it all the wrong way. And I don't want you to make that mistake. So, here I really want to teach you, and this is what we should be doing for our life, not only for our business. This is recognizing first what is your long term goal. You want to start with the long term goal and work your way back. And we can even start 10 years in the future, 5 years in the future. But in this lesson, we're just going to think about where do you want to be in 3 to 5 years? How has your empire grown in 3 to 5 years? In 3 to 5 years, do you want people working underneath of you? Do you want people doing the tasks? And of course, you can pop in and have your input. Of course, you should, because you'll be the CEO of your business by then. But you want to be doing those main things that really are your passion, those big items, the creativity, whatever it is that really sparks you and creates that passion, creates that fire in you, that change, that mission, that vision. That is what you want to be focused on as the CEO. And as the CEO, you've inspired people to then help you teach your mission, and you're being the resource for them, and you're popping in wherever you feel is best to grow your business, to grow your employees' lives, and of course, to grow the customer and the client's life and create that transformation for them. So we really want to think about how do you spend your day? How many people work for you? How many vacations can you take a year? What flexibility do you have? Because if in the beginning you're setting yourself up so that you have to be there for every little thing, that's not setting you up for the success that you want to have in the future. And then we work backwards from that. So, okay, great. That's where you want to be in 3 to 5 years. So, where would you need to be going back to 1 year? So, in 1 year, to get you closer to that 3 years, where would you be? You've just celebrated your 1 year anniversary from after finishing this course and getting your business going. And how are you going to be celebrating that? What milestones have you achieved? How much money will your business have made? And how much money will you be making? Because there is a difference, and we'll get into financials later. in 6 months. So half of that 1 year, what milestones will you'll need to be reaching in order to get to that 1 year mark? So this is what transformation are you making? Because at the end of 6 months, you'll be finished with this course. So what transformation are you wanting to accomplish from this course? What are you really wanting to get out of this? And how much energy are you going to be putting in to get that 6 months transformation, which is going to be your halfway point to that 1 year? And that 1 year is a huge mark in that 3 to 5 years. And then how are you now? What do you need to be committing to now? And recognizing that for some people, they do like to dive all in the beginning and get all of the work done. And I'm asking you, I'm suggesting, I'm advising you that right now, this week, this month, you really need to be putting in the framework and the structure. This is the spine of your business. This is the skeleton. And so imagine your body without your bones. If you did not have your bones, you would be a mess. You would really be struggling to get yourself from point A to point B. And I will tell you again, from experience, it will feel that way. And you will be constantly trying to figure out the puzzle of where all of your bones go, and you will feel like you need to wipe the slate clean and start all over if you don't do this now. So don't make it a lesson learned. Make it a magical experience that you're going to be so glad that you put this framework in. Now, to be completely 100% honest, you might find that you put the framework in and you start improving on each one of those processes. So, slight adjustments will happen, but that overall framework, if it's really well thought out, it will make your business amazing. So here's this question that you will get as a business owner, or as you start telling people that you own your own business. They're going to say, "Tell me what you do. Tell me about you." And in many business programs, this will be called the elevator speech. But often with an elevator speech, you're memorizing something about you. And it's suggested that to really switch this up and think about it from an abundant mindset so that you have the passion instead of this fear of repeating something that you tried to memorize and it sounded really good when you wrote it on paper and you practiced it in front of the mirror, but suddenly you're in front of a potential client, suddenly you're in front of a camera, and you forgot it and you're skipping over your words. We do not want that to happen. So, what we want to do to create this passion to tell people what you do and who you are is we want to paint a picture of where you're going to be and paint a picture of where you're going to take them. So, talk about your business as if it's already made the next 3 steps. Talk about their transformation, where they would be at the end of the journey of working with you. So, really take this time to paint a picture. This is to talk about your strategy, to talk about opportunities. This is not story time. This is not a background of how you got to where you are. This is to introduce yourself, to make that first impression, and to tell for them to tell you that they want to know more about you. And once they get that buy in, once you get their peak, once you get that emotion out of them and out of you, then that's when you can start to tell them your story. And it's only if they want to hear it. Because when you are a business owner, it is not about you, it is all about them. So lead with your destination. The goal is a second conversation. And if you start going on about your story, so let's say, for example, you say, "Hi, Izzy, what do you do?" And I could say, "Oh, well, I went to school and I got a certification in entrepreneurship business, and then I did my MBA." And you're like, "I don't know what she's getting at, and I'm I've got better things to do. But if I said, Izzy, tell me about what you do, I could say, I help women turn their hobbies into businesses. I help them achieve balance in their health and wealth. And they'd be like, oh, well, how do you do that? And then I can tell them my strategy and they're like, well, that's amazing. How did you get to that point? Then I would tell them, so this is a conversation. It's not a speech, a monologue. It's a dialogue. And so don't talk about what you've been doing. Tell them what you're excited about and where you're going. And this is important skill not only for just your business, but also for networking. And even if in the future maybe you decide you're not meant to do business, the stuff you're going to learn in this program is going to be so much more. It's so much more than even owning your business. This is your professional and personal development for no matter what path you take. Okay, so your destination. How do you know what your destination is? Your destination is where you're knowing what you want. You say, why am I here? What is my purpose on earth? Where are we going and what am I excited about? That's a lot. Those are really big questions. But if you're a business owner, there's something that has excited you. There is something that makes you feel like you have something to share with people. So this is where we're going to stop at this moment. At this moment, you are going to get your journal out, and I want you to really think about what is your destination? Where do you want to go? Why are you here? And why are you excited about it?